You're sitting in a coffee shop, you see 6 Wi-Fi networks, you connect to one, but do you actually know what's protecting that connection? Or more importantly, do you know how easy it is to break into the wrong one? In this video, I'm going to walk you through every Wi-Fi encryption standard that exists right now, what makes them different, which ones are basically wide open, and what tools ethical hackers use to test them. And yeah, we are doing all this the legal way. And if you stay until the end, I'll explain how automated Wi-Fi testing can streamline security checks and generate strong password recommendations. I'll also share how portable tools such as simple USB drive can be used to demonstrate secure authentication methods without requiring specialized adapters. If you are serious about Wi-Fi hacking or wireless security, this is the foundation. You don't skip this. Before we hack anything, understand this. Wi-Fi encryption is just a lock on your wireless communication. When you send data over Wi-Fi, your passwords, your message, your bank OTP, that data travels through the air as a radio waves. Anyone with the light equipment can capture those waves. Encryption scrambles that data so that even someone captures it, they can't read it unless they can crack the key. And that's where things get interesting. There are 4 main standards you need to know. Let's go oldest to newest. So WEP uses RC4 encryption with a static key. So what is the problem? It uses initialization vectors, and if you capture enough packets, the math just falls apart. Tools like AirCrackNG can crack a WEP network by capturing just 20,000 to 40,000 packets. On a busy network, that's under a minute. If you ever see a router running WEP in 2026, that's liability, not a feature. Any security audit should flag this immediately. So next one is WPA. WPA fixed WEP problem by using TKIP, Temporal Key Integrity Protocol. Then comes the WPA2. WPA2 upgraded to AES encryption, which is actually solid. The encryption itself is not the weakness here. The weakness is the handshake. When a device connects to WPA2 network, it performs a 4-way handshake. If an attacker captures that handshake, they can take it offline and run a dictionary attack. Comparing it against millions of common passwords, if your Wi-Fi password is password 123 or your name, it will be cracked every single time. The encryption isn't broken, the human is. Now let's talk about tools. Everything I am about to mention is used by certified ethical hackers, pen testers, and security researchers. These are the same tools you will use in Track Me Rooms, Hack the Box, and real VAPT engagements. Golden rule: before I go further, you only test networks you own or have written permission to test. That's not optional. That's the law under the IT Act in India and the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act internationally. So here is the list. First one is the AirCrackNG, the complete wireless audit suite. Capture packets, deauthenticate clients, capture the WPA2 handshake, and run dictionary attacks. Comes pre-installed on Kali Linux. It could crack WP and WPA2 handshake. Then the Hashcat. It works on the GPU accelerator. Then comes the famous Wireshark packet analyzer. Sees live traffic, inspect handshake, analyze what's happening on the network in real time, essential for understanding what you're capturing. Then the Wi-Fi, which is automated Wi-Fi auditing tool, runs AirDump plus AirCrack automatically, great for practice in CTF and lab environments. So let's have a recap. WEP is dead. Crack it in 60 seconds. WPA and WPA2 are the real battlefield. The encryption holds, but weak passwords don't. WPA3 is where we need to be, but most of the world isn't there yet. And tools like AirCrackNG, Hashcat, and Wireshark are what professionals actually use. Now you know what every Wi-Fi network around you is running and what it would take to test it properly. Drop a comment. What's your router running right now, WPA2 or WPA3? I will tell you if you need to worry. If this was useful, subscribe, because the next video will be more practical, and share this with someone who still thinks Wi-Fi password don't matter.